Hey guys, we're taking a time travel back to the 1990s today. Starting off with a little After Dark vibes. Shout out in chat if you remember the flying toasters. Next up we've got maybe one of the most obscure games of this marathon. It is one that was originally released for Mac System 7 back in 1995. This is Power Pete. I don't know if many people here have seen this played outside of, maybe my siblings if they're watching. Oh, we've got that. We don't want that. We're in easy mode. None of this easy mode. Forget that. We need all the levels. So the setup here, this game takes place in a toy store. Toy store has 5 different departments that you can see up there on screen. We're going to start in the first department, Prehistoric Plaza. What's our objective here? Well, Power Pete, this guy, this little action figure, he is on a quest to rescue some fuzzy bunnies that have escaped into the store and are in danger from all these bad toys. We've got a bunny radar that we can pull up, see where those bunnies are, like right next to me. I've also got a key here. You'll see in just a minute why I need that. There's various power-ups and weapons scattered around here. There we've got some ammo and this blue power-up that freezes everybody. That's super handy because I've got all these bad guys coming around me. Right now I've just got the default weapon, which honestly not very good. Oh, that red power-up, that sends out some fireballs. I like that one. Over here we've got important essentials. Food restores my health. Isn't that true? Isn't that true of all of us? We need food. Power Pete needs food. Oh, I just got a yellow power up that makes me speedy. Although you do have to be careful not to just run into stuff. And since I've got that purple key, I can just charge right through that purple wall. I'm just gonna avoid these cavemen. Really in this game, especially with some of the early weapons where you sometimes have to have kind of pixel perfect shots, it's easier to just avoid some of these dinos and then try to shoot all of them. Now you may have seen when okay, don't throw that bone at me, please. When I shoot one of these blue jawbreakers come out. I can get some points for collecting these jawbreakers. And see, and trying to demonstrate that I've put myself in danger. Gonna need some more food. That's why I like to just run away from some of these enemies, honestly. And we got another fuzzy bunny that takes my bunny count down in the right-hand corner, down 1. And okay, let's kill it with fire. These big green dinosaurs, they are resistant to some of my weapons, so gotta be careful with them.
Come here, you rodent.
But I can get them with the fire. Those eggs, they give birth to little baby dinosaurs. You can kind of avoid those if you don't go too close to the egg. It doesn't sense your presence. You can get away from it. Sometimes you find a power-up that is just here lying on the ground waiting for you. So you can just go like that and shoot some dudes. Bunga bunga to you too, sir.
You fiend.
And this one, that's another favorite. The black fire in the hole. Just set off some mines. Who doesn't like to just randomly set off some mines? We got some like cannonballs here. We can just throw rocks. I like the rocks because like I mentioned before, sometimes you have to have these pixel perfect shots. The rocks have a slightly bigger strike zone, as it were. So you don't have to be quite as precise where you're throwing them. Freeze everybody, that's nice. Now this boiling tar pit, gotta avoid that. If I step in that, I will die. Just take my word for that. Unlike LeVar Burton, you do have to take my word for that. I don't wanna step in the lava just to demo that. Especially since I've already lost all of my health. But over here in the corner, before I pick up that last bunny, look at this little tiny little action figure next to me. Free dude, that's an extra life. And the last bunny. So that was an anything but clean run through that first level. I get points for every bunny that I collected and points for all my jawbreakers. And then we're going to go on to level 2, still in the prehistoric plaza. So any of you who had Macs in the 90s probably remember, like, there weren't really a lot of...
Nice guy.
Oh, there, yeah. I'm busy saying no more Mr. Nice Guy and dying. There really weren't a lot of this style of, like, you know, arcade, shoot 'em up sort of games for Mac. So this was a bit of a oddity, and actually won some awards. How am I playing it now, though? I'm so glad you maybe asked. So like I said before, this was originally released for Mac System 7, which, you know, obviously will not run on my modern MacBook Air, which is what I'm playing with today. I originally, though I still have a PowerBook G4 that was released in 2002, and I thought, oh well, I'm gonna play Power Pete. I'm gonna put that computer into classic mode, and we're just gonna run the original software. As it turns out, my 2002 laptop, it didn't cooperate. Luckily, Jorio, lovely person that I don't know, made this port and made that available on GitHub. That's all possible because Pangea Software, the developer, they got the rights for the game back from MacPlay, the original publisher, in 2001. And originally they released Power Pete under a new name, Mighty Mike, as shareware. And later, they went ahead and made it freeware. And so you can actually still get that original version for free on Pangea's website. But that will only run up to anything like prior to an Intel-based Mac. So if you've got one lying around, you can certainly do that. But this port is going to work for, you know, your modern Macs, but also for Windows and for Linux. So, you know, if you are into the idea of trying out a cool, you know, new to you
Don't worry, I'll
game, you can try out Power Pete and also get murdered by dinosaurs. These guys just have a really, you know, I had such a cleaner run yesterday compared to right now. These green dinosaurs have a really strange movement pattern. Like they try to track you, but they get really kind of hung up on obstacles. That's where you see them getting stuck in the corners there. So I'm just gonna try to get away with this guy because I don't want to deal with him. Oh, and he's followed me home. That's
Bunga, bunga.
great. Got another weapon here. This one fires 2 shots and doesn't hit anything because, of course, again, I can only fire at 90-degree and 45-degree angles. That's super cool. Gotta avoid these Stegosaurus here. Shoot that guy. And my last bunny of this level. The early levels only have about 5-6 bunnies each. But later on, I get some with more bunnies. So it's like inverse proportional sometimes how many keys you need to unlock doors versus bunnies. Sometimes it's more keys, fewer bunnies. Sometimes it's fewer bunnies, more keys. Got a bunny right over there. One of the real challenges, both when I was playing this as a kid and this year, trying to pick it back up, is you have no map. You have this radar. It shows you where the bunnies are, but not any obstacles in between there. And so just figuring out your way around is an interesting problem sometimes. I did actually find someone's like personal website and blog that they had mapped out every level in Power Pete, which I thought was pretty cool.
Fire in the hole.
They are, on paper, just as they feel, they are pretty winding and maze-like.
Fire in the hole.
This were, back when I was 12 and playing this a lot, I had a lot of this sort of, mentally mapped out.
Good.
And currently, I don't so much. Okay. We got... got this purple key, which we need to unlock this door. And as happens often in this game, we need to unlock one area in order to get keys that we need for other sections.
Alex, I've got a few donations for you if you'd like
Yeah,
me to
go
read
for
those
it.
off. All right, so we had Ryan donate $1.33 to get it all odd again and said dem threes. And then shortly after that, he was followed up by John McDaniel, who donated $1.67 to even it all out, which was nice. So, and then we had Jarbachov come in with a $10 donation and a message for you specifically. Jarbachov says, Mac makes its official Meal-Morial Madness debut.
This is true.
Thanks,
we haven't
Alex.
had a Mac game. Partly because I guess not that many exclusively Mac games.
It's true. I don't think I recall a single Mac game in Meal-Morial Madness.
I mean, we
before now.
played Carmen Sandiego last year, which I played on Mac as a kid, but that was not a Mac exclusive.
I have one more donation that just came in as well from Anonymous that said, what's a Meal-Morial donation without math?
Ooh.
Puts us at, with a $23.19 donation, that puts us at another odd number. I do now, okay, listen, this is an odd number, yet it is also team order. This is $1,718.19.
Ooh.
So 171819 is it's the best of both worlds. It's both
Meal-Morial
odd and pleasing to look at.
Madness.
Good.
Got food. Problem with these big rocks is, you get the stuff that's farther away, but not the stuff that's closer to you.
Eat my done.
Everything's... And they don't get the big turtle. It
Good.
just goes tink, tink, tink. That's the sound of your weapon no worky.
Take that, you fiend.
Some Jawbreakers. All right, we got 3 bunnies left, but only 2 are visible. Where could they be?
Take that,
Yeah.
Bean.
All right, and then we got Barney the dinosaur there. We're gonna get some more fire.
Bean.
Alright, and we got another hiding under there. Yeah, there we go. And here's our bunny. Alright, bunny count down to 2. I believe somewhere down here is a key I need. More food. Nope, that is the door. Not the key. You can tell I've been practicing. Look how I'm not getting hit by all these Triceratops. That definitely didn't happen on the first run. Alright, and here's my key. I gotta go back up. I'm gonna try to not die. There we go. Alright. So much backtracking. You'd think I were playing a Metroid game.
I have a breaking news donation from John McDaniel, who donates $1.11, going to Super Nintendo, by the way, still putting love toward the Super
Nice.
Nintendo as the best console. John McDaniel says, smooth braining it. That'll take us to $1,719.30 toward Feeding America. Thank you so much for everyone's donations.
Rude. The animals, not John.
Food.
Donating to Feeding America is the opposite of rude. It's generous, and you should be commended.
Ouch.
Especially if you're an SNES fan.
Food.
We were talking SNES the other night and being really thankful that we don't have to do any like UHF hookups for the stream. Yeah, definitely running all these retro games, you know, with modern streaming. That's like super easy and simple. No challenges ever that come with that. I think the tech crew would agree with that.
Yeah, we've come a long way from the RF modulator that I had to plug in the back of my CRT when I was a child.
My dust.
All right, and there is my final door. And my final bunny. All right, just look at all those points. So we have completed Prehistoric Plaza, and now we're on to the second department of the toy store, Candy Cane Lane. So just like imagine, like if Candyland were evil. Although if you have children and have had to play that game with them before, you might already think it's evil. The gummy bears have a really creepy laugh. These lemons are better off just avoided because if you shoot them, they spray lemon juice at you.
Take that, you fiend.
And of course, the gummy bears, when you shoot them, just divide up into smaller gummy bears. So there's the lemon juice.
So Birchma has a few questions.
Sure.
Well, really, she has several questions. She says, I have questions about Power Pete's attire. And what is he wearing that allows him to go in and out of the water? And does he need a towel? Is he concerned about trench foot?
I don't know. I mean, he's an action figure, so like presumably he's made of some sort of plastic.
It seems like we've had a recurring theme of can it float or can it not float in this run so far, and the stream that is, and I think we can chalk up Power Pete as he floats.
So Pete can swim,
Yeah.
and he will actually later on in this level. It's just the stuff like the tar pit that's hot. Like he can't go in the tar pit because then he'll burn to death. And there is later on there's going to be a hot chocolate river. Same principle. Like can't swim in the hot chocolate because that's a temperature thing. Gotta watch out for burns. There's our green key. These gumdrops are super obnoxious because again, I can only move at 90 and 45 degree angles. These are all over the place. Luckily, there's plentiful food for when I mess up and gummy bears get me. So I got 4 bunnies left. This is a many bunny level. Is there a key up here? No, there's not a key up here, so that was just a waste of time.
Don't worry, I'll save you.
We got another key, an orange key, and a bunny. Really, I feel like saying "come here, you rodent" to the things you're rescuing is maybe a little aggro.
Take that, in.
There definitely could be some roid rage at play here. I'm not eliminating that possibility. My goal here today, I'm going to try to get through 3 departments of the toy store in an hour. We may be able to make that happen. The speed run record for this game is held by a streamer, Torple, who ran the whole thing in 45 minutes. I am not that fast. I don't think I was that fast ever, even when I was playing this game often. Incidentally, Torple is also the only person on the in the speedrun standings for this game. Okay, so somewhere there's a red key that I am missing. Not there. Ah, there we go. Hidden in the corner. And this game is not really like much for like visual clues on where things might be. You just get to kind of wander around. Oh, I haven't showed you the frosting yet, haven't I? So there's a frosting gun.
Don't worry,
Those
I'll
are cakes.
save
I
you.
like the cakes. They're like the rocks. The cakes. There we go. We got frosting.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to figure out if this music is like an earworm or annoying.
Or really annoying. Porque no los dos. Here, let's show you what happens with the yeah, that's what happens with the lemons when you shoot them. So we're not going to do that again. And yeah, clouds of caramel come up to chase you around. That's pretty cool. Remember if there's a key in here. That's a no. There's the key. Nice. We got to go over to the green one. for the express purpose of getting the yellow key. That's one of the fun features of this game. Like, so when you're playing it on easy, you don't need the keys. So there's like whole parts of the map where you just don't need to go when you're playing on easy.
Have a couple of donations have just come in. We've got Ryan with $2.71 that says Feed Super Earth to put us back at an odd number again, ending in 1 cent. I see you, Ryan. And then another donation for $25 from Joe Carter.
That's my dad. Hey, Dad. Skills honed in my father's basement right here. Okay, for my next fun adventure, I have to walk on frosting. So it's kind of slip and slide. It's like, imagine if you were walking on an ice rink. That's kind of the vibe here. And yes, those peppermints, they will also hurt you. Everything here hurts you. Why are the rest of the toys in this toy store evil? I don't know. They just are. Okay, so we talked about swimming. Pete can swim, and in fact has to get this bunny and this key on the cookie.
This level's giving a lot of people in chat thoughts about ice cream. Berchima says that we should, in fact, donate what we would spend on ice cream toward the stream. Which I think is a pretty good idea.
Berchima spends a lot of money on ice cream because Berchima's a big Jenny's fan.
Jenny's did come up in chat, yes. From Berchima specifically.
Jenny's is many things, but sheep is not one of them. Okay. All right, that's actually one of the cleanest passes through that section that I've had. Is those little jawbreakers like bouncing up and down? Those ones are unkillable. All right, we got 3 bunnies left. We got a key, and we got more frosting to walk around in.
Hello, Mr. Nice Guy. Take that, you mean?
This just has food that I don't need.
Take that, you mean?
So fun RNG element of this game. Like, the moment that something is off screen, enemies can respawn there. Like, so you pass through a place, you kill everything, you turn around seconds later. Oh, guess what? It's full of bad guys now. That's really, really awesome.
Take that, you mean?
I'm gonna run out of cake soon. Just doing a little backtracking again, because we're gonna go back to where that purple gate was. Oh, how convenient. Rocks won't kill the chocolate rabbits. Neither will those.
Got a few more donations to read off here for you.
Go ahead.
Gabe has donated $5.55 and says, I want a little chaos. Excited for side order with Alex.
Ooh, yes.
That'll be very exciting.
Yeah,
Very
that's going to
excited
be side order. That's the Splatoon DLC. I'm going to be running that tomorrow, I think at 5:30. And we're going to have a poll active tomorrow that you will be able to choose what weapon I am forced to play for that run. Unfortunately, birthday cake isn't one of the options for that. But I've beat side order multiple times. You're going to be choosing from a group of weapons that I have not beat it with before. So you can decide how much of a challenge you're going to give me. All right, so this level starts out with some precise timing. If I hit this cookie just a little bit wrong, I end up stepping into the hot chocolate and getting an ouch. This reminds me a little bit of Jared played the Elf the movie, the game. I believe that was in December. And it has a long sequence of icebergs like this that was really frustratingly precise. Power Pete's not quite so bad. We got any food around here?
A few more donations I can read off here too. Silver Marquis donated $10 toward the Super Nintendo in the poll, by the way, and says, "Here, take my ice cream money." We also have John McDaniel donating another $4.44 toward the Super Nintendo to, I think that was to make it all odd, but then was immediately followed up again with the anonymous donation of $1.47. It says, "Take that, hunger, you fiend." What is that? I think that evened that back up again. And then John McDaniel countered just moments later with a $1.53. And then we have a now very well-timed $7.77 from Ryan. That has now put us at $1,777.77.
Nice.
So some more love for both order and for odds at the same time. Love to see.
Where I was talking about, like, sometimes these shots need to be pixel perfect. I'm like, I'm standing right by the guy shooting at it, and it's like, nah. Super annoying. Grab some pizza here. Why is pizza and the sandwiches in the candy level? I don't know. Why won't this chocolate bunny die? I don't know. My health is terrible, but sometimes it be like that. And that's a dead end.
Take that, you fiend.
Yeah, because earlier I was saying, oh yeah, this game is maze-like. And I'm like, oh yeah? Yeah, what if we put an actual maze in it?
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
I'm like, thanks, Pangea. Alright, picking up some pizzas there. Looks like I need a blue key. Get that shield though.
Have another donation from John McDaniel a few seconds ago that just donated $1.23 going toward the Super Nintendo. So
Let me guess, we're evening it up?
Yeah, back at an even number now, so $1,779. Again, that was toward the Super Nintendo, so if I take a quick peek at that poll, Super Nintendo is gaining some ground on Sega Genesis, but it's not there yet, not ready to overtake it. So there's still lots of people thinking that Sega Genesis is superior. I don't know if they're correct or not, but I guess the money will speak. So if we truly believe Super Nintendo is superior, we're going to have to put some more money towards Super Nintendo. And the Sega Genesis people, they may need to extend their lead because Super Nintendo is gaining. So
SNES was my first console that I owned. apparently, while I was away at college, someone, presumably some friend of a sibling, took all my games except for the Jungle Book, which I didn't have before. So that's the only cartridge I have is for the Jungle Book on SNES. Maybe we'll make that a Meal-Morial game for a future year. Alex plays the Jungle Book, the only SNES game she owns. Oh look, an island with nothing on it.
Take that, you mean?
What? Fire in the hole. Get out of here.
Take that, you mean? Take that,
Okay, I think we got another bunny up here, so we're gonna go and grab that. Before we move on. Oh no, that's just some food. Never mind, not another bunny up there. Forget I said that. I don't remember what's going on.
There's a comment from Birchma as well I wanted to call out here, Alex. It says, I'm surprised Alex did not mention the FaceTime ice cream taste test that once happened. Is there a story there?
That's true, yes. So, this was with the... Is it Van Leeuwen, I think? They make a bunch of unusual ice cream flavors, and Erica and I, we FaceTimed with Birchma for her test of the dill pickle flavor. We're just gonna run away. Those chocolate bunnies really are just not cooperating with me. But yeah, so we did a FaceTime taste test of the dill pickle ice cream, and Allison tried it like by itself, but also with a lot of other accoutrements. I can't remember which one she ended up saying was like the best pairing. Maybe she remembers. Like, I think like pretzels were in there. Potato chip might have been. Like, there was a variety of like sweet and savory potential pairings with the ice cream. But definitely one of those flavors that you think like dill pickle ice cream, like that sounds gross. And at least Birchma's take on it was like it was not as bad as it sounds like it would be. Do with that information what you will.
I have another donation coming in from McBoat for $25. It says, my first donation for Meal-Morial Madness 2024.
Yeah, boat.
It won't be the last. Yes, that's a threat and a promise. Also, just making sure French toast is properly in the lead. Yay, toast! French
yeah, we still got
toast.
that. We still got that breakfast poll open.
That's still there, yes. So you can still make your vote for whether the supreme carb
which
breakfast.
It's not morning anymore, but
not quite. But you can eat breakfast.
Is not exclusively a morning food.
That's right.
I am always in favor of an establishment that serves an all-day breakfast. And this is a part of the game where I stop remembering where I've been and where I haven't been. It's a maze.
Another donation coming in from Eric for $10. It says, those evil gummy bears are unsettling. Smite them, please.
Oh, okay. So you think that the evil gummy bears are unsettling. The fourth department in this game, which we will not be playing today because I just won't have time, is circus themed. I think circuses are creepy, and there's like creepy bunnies and creepy clowns, and it's a bad time.
Eric said also, hashtag SNES Life. So that's another $10 towards Super Nintendo.
All right, so we got our third department here. This is the Fairy Tale Trail. It is fairy tale themed.
another $10 in from Gabe. It says donating to Sega because hang on. Let me start us over. This is not the Gabe that I was thinking. This is Gabe Newell, of course, that is donating, which you may know from Steam. So Gabe Newell had very important updates for us. He says donating to Sega because the true greatest console of all time, a PC in the form factor of a Game Gear. All hail the Steam Deck. That's for Gabe Newell, so good luck.
We did.
There, yeah. Gabe also put that donation toward a reward incentive, so that's a thing you can do on Tiltify as well. So Gabe Newell, really hoping to come home with the Kirby Warp Star plush as well. So make sure, if you're making your donations, make sure you're entering into our raffle prizes as well.
Also, folks, don't sleep on those cutting boards and coasters. I got a chance to see the real things yesterday, and they are gorgeous. And we got some Meal-Morial logo items there, and some cool video game logos. So
yeah, those cutting boards are very impressive.
if I were eligible for raffles, I would be going for that Triforce cutting board for sure. The toy soldiers, they only march in straight lines, which can be a good or a bad thing. More food. Okay, yeah, if you don't like sudden screaming, I apologize because Little Miss Muffet screams a lot. She gets really scared every time the spiders appear, which is frequently. She's kind of like the little dino eggs in Prehistoric Plaza of when you get near her, suddenly and spiders. I mean, I don't like spiders coming out from underneath my chair, but she would maybe keep it down a little bit.
I'm going back to the Super Nintendo Sega Genesis debate here in the donations. So we have
you mean all the people who are wrong?
Well, speaking of which, we have a donation from Gidget3am here for $25 that says, I said it on stream and I'll say it again. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Rise up, Sega Nation. So that's, $25 toward the Sega Genesis, extending its lead a little further.
We did have a neighbor that had a Genesis, so I do remember playing. Actually, it may have been Sonic 2 that we had earlier that I played over at their house. I don't know that I ever got beyond the first 2 or 3 levels.
Come here, you rodent. My dust.
Oh, and I've just run out of rocks. It resets to your little dart gun every time you run out of something. One thing that may not be readily apparent just for folks watching the stream, the controls on this game are remarkably simple. Just navigating around with arrow keys. You do have the option in some settings to change which keys on the keyboard you're using. But yeah, by default, it's just arrow keys, space bar to shoot, and I've
don't worry, I'll save you.
got the shift button to change weapons, and that's basically it. And sometimes, you get trapped in a small space and can't move around because you're surrounded by spiders. Her screaming is really obnoxious. I apologize to the tech and host stations where they have to listen to that on headphones.
That sound is terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm horrified. I'm going to replace that sound with the sound of my own voice for a moment.
With the sound of donations.
To give you an update from chat, actually, that Birchma came back with the response, or a reply to your question on the, I believe, dill pickle ice cream.
Oh, yeah, the dill pickle ice cream.
So Birchma says it was olive oil with cashews that was the best option.
Yeah, I forgot about the olive oil.
And I believe it was the peanut butter with it was not the worst.
Yeah, olive oil is one of those, like, you don't usually think to include with ice cream. Right. We're getting there, chat. Bunny, which one did I miss? See, this is where we gotta backtrack, because I missed something.
Take that, you fiend. My
Why are there still dinosaurs? I don't know.
My dust.
Man, I'm just trying to get by here. I just want to get a bunny.
Fire in
I
the
can't
hole.
remember how to get to it, because this level is a maze.
Yeah, in the chat earlier, we were kind of talking about some other similar games that this has a feel to. I believe it was Ned Ryerson said this was kind of like a Toe Jam and Earl vibe a little bit. I can definitely see that. I myself think this has a little bit of like a Zombies Ate My Neighbors feel to it a little bit too, which again, this game would have, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it came before or after, but Zombies Ate My Neighbors kind of had a similar vibe of you had to go around and collect all the little people and do all that.
I don't know Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but yeah, I mean, this is 1995. Coming up on, what would that be, 30 years? Oh. Okay, so this is the level where we introduce the witches, who also are really annoying. They, fly around and cackle and turn Power Pete into a frog. They also like to poison
Here you go.
the apples that are sitting around, which is why I'm really careful with food. Some of the apples are okay, and some of them are poison. Yay! It's like I'm Snow White. I got 6 more bunnies to go.
A quick point of order from the tech desk, which is Zombies Ate My Neighbors came out in 1993.
Oh, so Zombies Ate My Neighbors is the first one.
Yeah. It definitely had the same sort of like, I guess, isometric viewpoint where you're kind of top down looking straight at it. And so it had that sort of similar mentality. It had little like guns that you're shooting and different weapons.
A frog. Any second now?
Don't worry.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors is also another good point of reference for the Sega versus Genesis, or Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo debate, because it did come out on both, and I believe there are some people who strongly prefer one version of that game over the other.
Well, I'll have to check it out sometime. Trying to outrun them. Nope. Yeah, now I'm a frog.
My dust.
Alright, there's several bunnies up in this field. blow that door in and immediately die from an enemy that I could not see. That's always a good time. And we're gonna turn into a frog again. That's okay.
Show 'em on Mr. Nice Guy.
Out. One bunny left, and of course I'm running from these witches who are going to hit me again, and they're going to do some damage.
I do have another update from the tech desk to pass along. This is to chat, which is that we are going to be ending the breakfast poll at the end of this run. So you have until, well, about 6 or so more minutes.
Oh, better
put
get
in your
those votes
final votes for the best breakfast carb. So hopefully
Team French Toast.
Team French Toast is, it's a choice that exists, I guess. Got some screaming in the room from Waffles. We've got pancakes as another perfectly valid option, I might add. So feel free to put your last donation dollar towards that incentive before 1 o'clock, and then we'll have some more polls coming up later as well.
All right, folks, and this is going to be our final level of Power Pete. The last one in Fairy Tale Trail. We may or may not make it to the end of the level because I may or may not get lost and or die. I don't know if we've had a hashtag dead in the chat.
Ouch! Take that, you fiend! Good. Ouch! Good.
Food. We like the pies.
Ouch!
This is a weird thing that kind of shoots around corners, but really inefficiently.
Ouch! Eat my dust. Good.
So chat, do you think you
Don't worry.
are going to give Power Pete a try? Like I said, it's no risk. It's free. Thanks to Jorio of GitHub. Well, you too could turn into a frog unwillingly.
Ouch! Eat my dust.
Repeatedly. These witches will be cackling in your dreams.
Take that, you fiend! Ouch!
Ouch!
Good. Eat my dust.
The amount of times I'm being turned into a frog here is getting a little ridiculous. I don't know if we're gonna get all 3 of these bunnies.
Take that, you fiend! Ouch!
Maybe we'll just go for a noble hashtag dead.
Good.
She's so screamy. I really apologize to
Come here, you
all of you on behalf of this game. I got 2 bunnies left, but I can only see one of them. There's another one of the weird weapons. It looks like magic,
Ouch!
and it only, of course, shoots straight ahead.
Ouch!
almost out of time, folks, so it looks like we will not be getting all the bunnies, but I think we can at least get one more.
Don't worry, I'll save you.
But there's a chance. There's a chance we could do it. That bunny is really close by. It might come in just... Oh, look at that! And it is 12:59. That's the fastest run I've done in weeks. So, folks, that is 3/5 of Power Pete. Some classic Mac gaming for you.
Great job, Alex.
And we're going to go ahead and just quit that.
Yeah, it was definitely not something I've seen before, so thank you for showing us.
Go on high score. Yeah, well, thanks for coming along on this journey. Any of you, if you're interested, feel free to slide into my DMs, and I'll give you the link to that GitHub page so that you too can enjoy Power Pete and my amazing Mac Performa System 7 tile background.